Just done water run. It's a bit blustery, but not too bad. Comes in phases, but at least it doesn't look like it's going to get worse. Well, cross fingers. I'm going to check that river later on, the first crossing, which is the obstacle for us. See if the water's dropped, because the water's dropped here, and I'm expecting the water to drop in the river, just in case we had to bail in emergency. I wouldn't want to be struggling across that in rain or blustery winds where it's really boggy. We can cut all that out and get across that first river crossing on a bailout, an emergency bailout, and we'll be home and dry. Otherwise, if it was getting dark, or was dark, and I was going across that, I'd have a nightmare hour and a half going through that with the barrow. Even though it's on such a short distance, it's just because it's so marshy and boggy. That would have held the water, that would. Right, pick my water up, get back to camp, pick the dog droppings up, cut some firewood, brush my teeth, and then go on a scout mission to that river. I think it's too blustery to fly the drone, because when it's calm, but when it's blustery, it's quite strong, and I end up losing the drone. At the moment, it don't seem too bad, but it goes through spells, and the weather seems a bit off and on as well. Look at the sky. I was looking on the latest update on the forecast, and see, this goes back to my original point. If you had an iPhone now or an Android and you're just using the SOS, you ain't got no weather updates. So if that wind was getting stronger, you would be now in a predicament of going, is this going to get worse or is this going to get better? You don't know, because you can't get no weather updates with the iPhone SOS system. So hence Garmin, something like that, any other device that gives you weather updates, it's worth its weight in gold. Woo! Here comes the wind, and it is bitter, I tell you. Very sharp. Right, move the water seats. See what rolling over sticks does to you? Nicked his eye. Silly dog. I didn't see that happen. Rolling on the sticks and there's twigs sticking out and everything. But anyway, they're moaning, they're impatient, they want to go for a walk. So unless I give them a walk, it'll probably take more eyes out. So we're going to go the long way round rather than cut across the swamp. Give them a good walk. Sun's out, it's blustery, it's cold. I want to see how this jacket does, in these kind of temps now that I'm out, when I'm out in the open, because I've been in the tree line. Right. Ooh, I like the shocks though, they're absorbing a lot of the impact, but it is coming straight through the gully, which is supposed to be coming from that way, but bad weather looks to be coming over that way. But if it gets too much stronger, I'll have to take the poles off, because these will sag so far down that the poles will probably snap. But we'll see. I'm hoping that there's enough give on the shock to absorb any kind of twisting. I moved the stove over a little bit, so the stove pipe won't stress it against the fabric, because I was scared it was going to snap or bend. Jobs, eh? Right, let's take these out. You're probably on a... Sorry, that's better. You're on a... and you're getting the glare. So it's all go, I've got the dogs, the tent I worry about. The stove was, it was sizzling away there. It was like, 10 minutes. But we're all right. Right, let's take them for a walk. Trying to get rid of my dogs. If anyone comes by, I think I'll sell them. Oh dear, little monsters, aren't they? See, now you see why, I don't know if you can hear a word I'm saying. Now you see why I sometimes shout or moan at them when they're doing stupid things, because see how easy it could have took his eye out or poked his eye. And then I got a dog with an eye infection. They do these stupid, hey. So something harmless ended up taking his eye out. I know someone on Instagram that had a dog had a cataract, and sadly it got worse and worse, and they had to take the eye, remove the eye. So you know, silly things start off trivial and end up big, so him being an arse can cause problems. And this wind is cold, I'm going to get a reading. Yeah, the river's crossable. Just been checking it. Make sure I don't fall over while holding. Lie down! Don't you dare get wet. Sorry for shouting, but I've got to make sure they don't get wet. It's freezing conditions with the wind. Lie down, plats! Plats! Rogue, plats! Plats! Stella, plats! They want to come over and get in. Again, I apologise for shouting, but I had to stop them that minute. I'll get soaked. They'll wade in, get wet, and then they'll freeze later on. No need for them to get wet. Yeah, sorry for shouting. I had to stop them that second, do you know what I mean? Within 2 or 3 seconds, they would have been in the water. Their jackets would have got wet. They would have got wet, especially Stella. And I'd have wet. I was just checking the water depth. And as you can see, so it's only about 6 to 7 inches, maybe 8 in some deep areas. So it's really drained off. So as long as we don't get no rain or no tropical weather and all that snow melts on the tops there, then we'll be fine. We can cross that. The only problem I got, I don't know if you can see in the distance, the cows are at the small river crossing. So I've got to get my dogs around them without them chasing us or the dogs chasing the cows. I don't know which one it'll be. Because they're young cows and you know what they're like. A bit like these two, headstrong. It's nice when you're moving. And as I say, I don't want them getting wet. With that wind chill, I just did a reading, it was 12 point something miles per hour, which ain't too bad. And a wind chill of 2.9, minus 2.9, sorry. So, and that's Celsius. Cold enough, especially if they get wet. Crossing a little stream, yeah, but not going through that, where it's about 8 inches deep in some places. I've got to protect you, and I, Stella. Someone has to. Beautiful brisk morning. No one about it. God knows what the wind speeds are up the top there. Whew. Again, on this video, I'm on wide angle, it makes it look all small. Trust me, they're quite big. Where now? I don't know. Got to find somewhere else to walk now. Better off walking than actually sitting around camp. I can't fly the drone, it's too gusty. 1 minute it's nice, and next minute you'll be fighting the wind, I think. I've got to check rations when I get back, see how many days we got. Now our tent, I don't know if you can zoom with one hand. Tent is in there. I don't know if we can even see it from here. Somewhere up there, in that little corner, in that rise. So we're quite sheltered, quite good. But this last night I was swinging around, wind swinging around on it. Don't know why. Where should we go next, dogs? Not many places we can go, is there? Well, not many places here, but I'm thinking of Stella when I'm thinking. Right, I'll put you away. I'll think of somewhere. Go on in. Oops, sorry, I jolted the camera. I thought I'd burn some energy off these and just say a slow toddle towards Loch Dochard. I don't know where we're going. I'm keeping Stella on the track. It's easier for her. Rebel, go! Oh, you see what I have to put up with? Too much energy, ain't I? I'm just standing here fussing Stella. Very windy here. Be wild. Nose running. All the grey cloud coming towards us. Did this yesterday and I thought we might get snow showers, but they never happened. But maybe today. Just going a little bit further on. I might make it to the loch and just have a rest in the hut. Looking up to the valley we were up the other last summer in September, and you see where the snow ends now down the valley. Well, yesterday that was all white, so the sun hitting it over the last 24 hours. It's melted a lot there, because we were just below where that snow ends. We were just about that spot. It goes steep then. But, I know it's just habit, but I've been scanning it as I'm walking along because vegetation is really, really low. Look, I mean, to you, you'll think that's still high. No, in the summer or in the spring, this grows like knee high. So I thought we'll go down to the loch and I'll just scan round where we was pitched, let Stella rest, and me and the two will just go around, because so many times people have searched and searched and searched, and then they go and find the person after it's been searched about 6 times. So we're going to do that one last time around that area, just to make sure. It's just something in my head I had to do. I didn't plan to do it, but now I'm going to do it. I don't know what happened there, I got cut off. But anyway, going back, one witness says they saw someone fitting his description wearing a green coat. Now, he couldn't be wearing a green coat. If he gave his coat away, and the woman's coat, the female friend's coat that he gave his coat to, is going to be too small. He couldn't be wearing a coat. So he either gave his coat away or he didn't. And how can he get the female friend that she's half the size of him? How can he get her coat on? So I think the witness that saw someone here near the tent might have seen a complete stranger. It might have been a complete hiker, trekker going by, saw the tent and connected the two. You know what I mean? But I don't believe this. This is not what he looked like when he went missing. So forget that. And this is why this is misleading. No backpack, no red coat, and he didn't look like that. I'm sorry. I know that for a fact. I can prove my facts. Right, let's go and do a search. They're pushing me. Look, even she is. But at least it's clean and tidy in here, which is good. Right. Tons and tons of new messages. I'm not going to show you some of them. They might be rude. Oh, this is good. You got to love this. Hi. So basically, we have had the worst DOFB, that's Duke of Edinburgh, isn't it? Out of everyone in here. Rained non-stop, and we are soaking wet, have been eaten alive. Advise, get out while you still can. Yeah, it can be bad here with the midges. Right, let's go and search. Right, one last search all around this area where Neil went, just in case anything's popping out now, because look how low the grass is now. It's just tufty now, whereas before, look, they know where they're going. Don't you dare go in that water. We've searched it so many times, even Stella knows where we are. Freezing up here, and as you can see, the waves are blowing due to the wind. Right, chilly. There's still ice on the path up here, on the track in places. It hasn't really thawed out. I don't want them in that water though, I'll kill them. Very cold. This is the area where Neil was pitched, somewhere around here, marked by these stones. The family put a plaque up here. I've searched all this up top here many times. Stella just went in the water, I had to scream at her. Woo! Oh wait, leave it. Freezing. Very brisk. Very sharp. At least the plaque's standing. That's good. So he isn't forgotten. Right, we're going to just search around here. It's so low in now, the grass, that anything stands out. I'm just looking for anything, any symptom, sign. We'll go around there. There was a skeleton near the tree, but that was of a deer. That was years ago, where the stalker used to bring a skeleton down for the birds of prey. Boy, cold. Absolutely perishing here. We've been searching, but the grass is so low. Look, you'll see what I mean. Normally this is knee high. Now it's not even, look. So you can see all around anything that stands out, even after all this time, something shiny, something different. So we're walking around, nothing. Can't see a dicky bird, no litter, nothing. There again, litter, if any litter were here, would have blown away. It is gusty. So I'm concluding the search. I've come up here. I mean, we've done everywhere. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never come back, because I like to do some of the high ground, but obviously not with Stella. Just for me and the dogs, and also to explore and have fun, because I found some lovely hidden valleys up the top and at the back. And it's just it's a maze at the back. It'd be great fun exploring some of them and getting some lovely views. So I'm not saying I'll never be back here, because I've become attached to the area because of all the searching. But you can only do so much. And as I say, I've searched all the lower lying areas. See the top there? That leads to Glen Kinglass, and you keep going up there, down the other side, and you'll see some lochans to the right. I don't know if you're getting any of this because of the wind, but we've done as far as them lochans. After the lochans, if you look to your right and see the lochans, after the lochans, we've done no further towards Glen Kinglass. But we shouldn't be searching down there, because he should not be ever be anywhere near there, because his friends are supposed to be down there. But if you start doing the Glen Kinglass, you could be doing it another 2 years. This has all been searched by all mountain rescue police teams and dogs and all that. So, and we've searched further afield where mountain rescue, where the police haven't searched, and we still come up with negative, you know, not a single sign. Them pink ribbons on the fence are the only weird thing we found. I did find in the ruins a couple petrol cans, red ones, and I did find in the river once an empty bottle, but that could have flown from anywhere. That could have. The red petrol cans were the estate workers. They said they stashed them there when they bring the truck up and we refill. Right, back to base, because I'm freezing. So yeah, we conclude the search for Neil for ourselves. It's been nearly 2 years. I saw the first signs before the hike for Neil, which I believe the hike for Neil was somewhere around May, on his anniversary, May 2023. And saw the posters good 6 months probably before, maybe 4 months before, and started looking myself just through curiosity. But I started from the hike for Neil, I think it was around May, approximately the anniversary of when Neil went missing with the family. I had to get together. So that's May 2023 to May 2024, and then you got June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January. That's 18 months. 20 months. Sorry, 20 months. So, you know what I mean? And that's not including the couple of months, the 4 months before, where I was doing an odd bit of searching myself. During that time, I've done probably, I'm estimating, I'll put on the screen how many days I've done, because I don't know off by heart. I would say in total, something like 60 days up here, just searching, looking for Neil. Right, it's back to base. I don't know if you got a word of that because of the wind. The wind's really, really strong up here. Right, see you at base. Do you hear that? Not too bad. I might have to close that door because I don't want to turn that into a sail. It's still coming round at times. swinging round sometimes. Cheeky wind taking us. But it's calmer. Let's see. It could do with an airing in there anyway, as long as we don't get any strong gusts. Lie down, you. Talk to rope. So I think these straps slide down the tree. But I think you get what I mean. If I had these through the loop with no carabiner, it would be a snugger fit to the tree and probably wouldn't slide. Right? But then, if I was at another tree that had branches out, so, and I haven't got this the correct height, the only way, if it's through its natural loop and no carabiner, is to unclip it down at the beetle buckle area, which means dropping your hammock to the floor or re-hoisting it somewhere else, and it's dangerous with the fire and dogs and everything. So I'm getting used to using it just with a carabiner, which works fine, but it's easy. If I use it one system, then I will deal with that one system. If I've been shimmying down every day, I can readjust it, you know what I mean? We're not kinking that bit. Should be fine. There's a slight twist. I don't know what's happened there. When I've got in and out, it twists round. So yeah, gonna have some lunch in a minute. Done just short of 5 miles, and the system's still standing. It hasn't blown over, so that's a big bonus, isn't it? Right, happy. Seems windier up near Loch Dochard now than it is down here. I don't know if you heard a word when I was at Loch Dochard. I apologise. It was just the winds were really gusting up there. Right, let's get on with lunch.